Welcome to another session of Academic Research Logs. Today I've got a wonderful colleague of mine with me. This is Dr. Hali, and she will be sharing with us some of our stories behind our research journey. So first, I just wanted to welcome you, a very big welcome to you for joining us today. What is the inspiration behind your PhD journey, your research so far? What's inspired you?
Well, thank you for welcoming me, and I want to thank everybody who is listening, and thank Tommy for this great opportunity to be part of this channel. So it's an honor to be here.
It's a pleasure.
And to talk about my research experience. So what inspired me to pursue a PhD? My original education was initially in communication, but what I enjoyed about communication, it was about the influence they could have.
Okay.
And then eventually, slowly, my specialization was in public opinion and public relations.
Okay.
And working years after in many areas, from marketing, branding with big companies, transnational companies, and eventually as a scientific communicator, I thought, wow, we can make so much of a difference in research, and interviewing many researchers from different fields. I thought, I want to be not only the person that tells the story, but that does the work.
Yeah.
So I tried to start a PhD in the area of anthropology.
Okay.
Because it was about humans and our experience. But then the migration opportunity came to Australia, and as a professional and a skilled migrant, I came. And when I became permanent resident, I thought, okay, this is the time where I can apply. So I did. I started a Master by Research in Marketing Science.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was almost finishing, but I learned in the process that I used to think that we had a big influence through communication, promotion, strategies. But after understanding cognition, memory recognition, behavior, habits, I thought, wow, the power is even bigger than what I thought. And I thought we should use these techniques instead of they are great for producing money, but that wasn't my passion. And I thought, well, we could use the same techniques to promote health.
Wow, okay.
So I upgraded my Master by Research from Marketing Science and Consumer Behavior to Health Promotion. I changed universities from the University of South Australia to Deakin University. And did my thesis about the habitual responses that we have towards healthy and unhealthy foods.
Wow, that's such a journey, isn't it? And that journey speaks of tenacity and resilience, coming from where you were completely different field to now where you are now. It's just that tenacity, that determination of, this is what I want, and that's what I'm going to get out of it. So thank you so much for sharing that. That was really inspiring. But I think so far I wanted to ask, now that you're here, how has your journey so far been in academia? How has it been so far?
Well, as I said, I had the experience partially in Venezuela.
Okay.
Where the academia is very traditional, and even though I was in my own country, we had people from everywhere there, and these are all personal views, but also culturally embedded. So when we used to see people from other places, we thought that somehow they knew better than us, and we used to look up to them. Yeah. And funny, when you migrate, then you realize that here they look down sometimes. But I did work when I came here, not only in the academia as a researcher. I work as a marketer,
Okay.
and that was even tougher than the academia.
Wow.
Because I think I was the only person of color
Mm-hmm.
in the different positions that I got, and I remember clearly that I saw the academics and I thought, oh wow, they have more people of colors than here.
Mm-hmm.
So in a way, because the academia is associated with international students, and I saw that market like more open to people like me, because for instance the accent, look, how can I, for me it was very difficult. I got a very strong accent, like anybody that speaks other language. And in marketing in a local town like here, like Adelaide, at that time, it was in 2007, I was the only person of color and the only person with a strong accent in an area that is dominated by English, and English is considered you're judged by your abilities, you know, with your language. So for me it was very tough. And then eventually I decided, look, through my academic career, I can demonstrate that I am also smart, because the problem is that when you don't dominate the language, or when you have a strong accent, people assume that you're not smart enough.
That's right. Unfortunately.
Yes. So with the academia, then people understand that you have some level of intelligence to be there, but then there are the other assumptions behind people of color, behind people from different places, and structurally we are kind of we are marginalized, but at the same time protected because of the kind of laws, etc., that we have here. So I think the tricky bit is to understand what's going on, really, because I tend to doubt myself, like, is this something, am I being discriminated, or they are being really nice, or what's going on? And that's that metacognition of, just waste a lot of time trying to understand. And well, my academic experience has been sometimes fantastic, other times like in doubts, because I'm not really sure if it's because I'm of color, or because of my accent, or because I'm different. And I think my default choice is just to try to be my best, no matter what is going on outside, because I cannot control that, but I can control the way that I respond. And like you said, determination. So I want to do that. I want to demonstrate that. Sometimes, I don't really like recordings, because I face the way that I talk, and but I try to ignore that. And despite that, I can do it. Absolutely. I can communicate. I bring positive energy. I bring a lot of ideas, and the fact that we are different, that we look different, that we learn different things, that we come from different cultures, enrich what's going on here. So we bring a lot of things that are not going to occur without us.
That's true. That's very true. And I think that also answers the question that I was going to ask about being a woman of color. It adds another layer to this experience, doesn't it? And I just wanted to ask specifically, how have you navigated your experience as a woman of color? What are some of the things that you've had to do to just navigate that experience? I know you talked about determination, the resilience, and almost sometimes just going, look, I'm not going to let any of this bother me. I'm just going to show up authentically as myself. But is there any other thing else that has helped you to navigate as a woman of color?
Well, I think it's, in a way, also innocence. Sometimes believing that you're not different. Believing that you're not different help you to fit within the system, even though there is some rejections and implicit bias and all these things. it also empowers you because you say, okay, we are pretending that everything is fine, that you have no rejection or people have that it's okay, so let's keep pretending and let me get to where I'm going to get.
I like that, isn't it? I know it's I don't think it's pretending. I think it's another layer of just what we do sometimes. We walk into the room and it's, yes, I know what I want, and regardless of whatever might be happening, we're going to get to it, isn't it? So it still comes down to that determination, I think, that we carry with us, isn't it?
You know, and I wanted to say that other things that come with color is our cultural colors in terms of the way that we talk, etc. So that has been challenging for me because I am originally from South America, and well, of course, as a South American, I got African blood. I got blood from Spain, Portugal. You know, my genetics. I did my genetic test, and I can tell you all the things that I have. But
beautiful mix.
That mix bring a different type of conversation, a different phenomena in terms of how I present myself, how I dress myself, how I am enthusiastic or happy or always smiling. And that is shocking for many people. And some people here in Australia, they think that you're not serious or you are not, because the way that I communicate my ideas with this enthusiasm and happiness and smiling, they think, oh, maybe this is not rigorous enough. This is not. So that has been another challenge that I have faced in meetings and conversations when I bring ideas, and the way that I communicate them, sometimes that is an obstacle for me. But again, the same technique. I thought, just keep trying, because that doesn't happen with everybody. Sometimes there is this secret ally that you get in a table that understand, they see beyond the way that I communicate, beyond the way that I look, beyond the way that I sound, and they get the idea. And sometimes, which can be annoying as well, there is the person that gets this idea and then repeat it in the proper.
I hear you.
And then they say, wow, that's fantastic.
I absolutely hear you.
And you know, that's what I said. So there is that phenomena of, it's not only being of color, it's the way that you communicate and being a female as well. So like in the literature they call about intersectionality. So it's the intersection of all these things, being a minority from different angles. And look, I don't think people are looking at you and thinking, oh, she's gonna be terrible, or but the problem is that there are so many messages embedded in our education, not only theirs, ours, that obstaculize people like us.
Right. I do hear you. And when you mentioned that, when you talked about someone saying exactly what you said, and then that really resonated with me as well, and I wanted to know that you're not alone. I've felt how you felt before, and it is interesting, isn't it? Were there any moments that you've ever felt like giving up? Was there something that happened and you just thought, this academia journey, I just don't think I can go ahead anymore? Was there any moment that you've ever felt like giving up, and what kept you going? Because of course you've not given up. That's wonderful.
So maybe because of my South American spirit, I'm a fighter.
You are.
By the way, I have done Kempo and martial arts.
So you've got that covered as well.
So I'm a fighter, but there wasn't like a moment that I said like I can't or I will stop. No, but there were moments where the doors, all doors were closed.
Okay. Yeah.
And so, and how, let me just tell you how. The thing is that I finished my PhD at Deakin University, which I did from Adelaide, and Deakin is in Melbourne.
Yes.
So by that time we didn't have like Teams, stuff like that, so it was pretty much phone calls and messages with my supervisor. I graduated in 2017. So then I didn't have any network. I didn't have anyone to work with. So I graduated, and I couldn't go, by the way, to my graduation because I was here and we didn't have money. My scholarship was for a master, and I upgraded to a PhD. So the last 2 years I had no income, so it was very, very tough. And I graduated, and I thought, who do I call? Where do I go to work? Yeah. And I started volunteering in consumer engagement with health research. I started to work at SAMRI, but that wasn't really a salary or anything like that. I started working with committees and just putting all my faith that within somehow building up this network, someone will open a door for me. So it took me from 2017 till 2019 to get a job. So that gave me a gap as well. So when I am applying, by definition, I am an early career researcher because my job as well is part-time. So I am kind of 3 years and a half, if you calculate after my PhD, given all these gaps that I have had. So yeah, I never quit, never quitted, kept going, trying, meeting people, talking, being myself, and I thought, well, one opportunity will open.
Keep knocking.
So and look, people came. I went to different meetings and talked to different researchers, and the opportunity opened. Interviews came my way, and eventually I got my position here where I am now. So I have been here since July 2019.
Wow, that's awesome.
Part-time.
Part-time, yeah. No, that's because life is also happening, where it's not just the academy alone. There's family, there's work outside of here. There's life outside of here as well.
But I'm part-time not because I wanted to be part-time. It's because that was the possibility. I wanted to be full-time, but that hasn't happened for me yet. So we keep trying, and I was for the first couple of years. The first was like part-time, 1 year, and then 6 months, and then one time. And the story is funny because one time they said, well, we don't have any money now to keep paying for your position, so probably by December you have to go. And I say, well, I won't go. I won't go. I'll stay for free.
I'm here.
I don't care, but maybe I can attract a grant or something, but I will be here. And I remember my boss saying at the time, like, I can't believe it. I'm not like Alejandra. They said there's no money and she's still coming. No, but that didn't happen. Eventually, she got the money for me to keep going.
That's good,
And so I still here because of the contract that I got with her. And my contract is until 2027. Again, part-time, so I'm trying to make the best of it.
While you're there, but well done. Again, I think the lesson here that I'm hearing over the thread that threads through the stories again is there's no giving up, isn't it? We just that tenacity spirit of whatever it takes, we know that we're going to get it. And what you're doing, can I say, you're paving the way for others that are coming behind us. The representation, the conversations that you're having in the places where you set foot in, you're paving the way. And I just want to thank you. I want to take a minute to just thank you. Thank you for all that you're doing, because eventually we will get there. It might take another generation, it might take another, who knows, but we will get there. to get there.
Yeah, I want to thank you because these ideas, this is about building a network. I think we have to build our network as well. You know, here in Australia, you learn, let's go to this networking session and this other networking session. And when you think about that, it's about meeting people that will help you out.
Absolutely.
Or that will connect with you and support you. Yes. So we got a lot of people, you know, they are dispersed, but we got a lot of people like us.
That's right.
Living the same experience. And I don't know if you know, but last year, December, I got the Women of Color Award.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Congratulations,
in STEM, healthcare, healthcare innovation. Yes.
Wow, it's amazing.
And when I read this award, I thought, I should apply to this. And funny that some people think about these things, about awarding women of color in STEM, and then additionally, because normally healthcare is not seen really as a part of STEM, but they thought of that. Yes. And I shared that with another person that used to work with me, that is Jerome Hendricks. Yes. And I said, Jerome, do you think that you can, because someone has to recommend you for that role? So, and he was delighted to support me. So good. And I got it, but then after I got it, a lot of people were asking like, but yeah, that's fine that you got that, but why women of color? Like why? You know, why did you get a prize for women of color? Like it shouldn't be just health innovators, you know. And then is another layer of explanation. So I don't think people get the point of being different, of being. So that idea of they call the organization is called STEM Sisters. That means Australian wide. Yeah. So that idea of bringing people, like creating that network, you know, it supports our experience of being foreigners. Even if you were born here or you speak perfect Australian English.
Absolutely, yes.
You know, you're still foreigners because of your color or because of your. And some people are white people, but they come from other countries.
That's true.
And it's not only the color of the skin, it's being different. It's being different and feel this kind of rejection. And you know, sometimes I thought that rejection was only in my mind. But it is not. There are other people like you, other people that feel that, and we need that support, and we need to demonstrate that we have a lot to bring, and to contribute to.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing that. And that as Sisters in STEM, I think it's a wonderful collection of people that I'm also looking to be part of. I know you've spoken to me about them, and I think I need to.
I want her to apply to the.
I will be
this year.
I will be, because I think, like you said, we need that that community that gets each other's experiences, and in there the safety, isn't it? Because we recognize the experience in each other that we go up. I've faced that, and I have as well. I think I just wanted to maybe get, just to finish off, like, what advice would you offer to other women of color that's thinking about pursuing a PhD and even beyond that, even staying in academia? What do you have any particular advice that you would offer?
Just keep going. Trust yourself. You know, there is a lot around the academia about the imposter syndrome.
Yes.
I don't really like that word.
I think,
because look, and this is experienced by everybody, but we, on top of all the limitations that we're facing, the structural limitations, then we're going to put on top of ourselves that we are imposters. No. We are not imposters. If you go to the level that you got with any kind of achievement, it's your achievement. keep going. Don't let anyone to stop you. And what I use as a fighter, what fuels me is sometimes that rejection. Sometimes that that opinion that someone has that I am not capable of, or I cannot achieve that, or how do you think you can do that? Well, I will demonstrate you that I can.
I'll show you.
I'll show you.
It's the word that I need. Just doubt me, and then you will see. And doubt me and watch me.
Yes. Well, that's. But of course, I cannot say that. Yeah, that's my attitude and my behavior is just getting that rejection. But of course, you feel frustration and you feel like you can't achieve things. But just look at the big picture and think that something will happen if you keep coming, if you keep going, if you keep trying, and that's what keeps me going. I can do it. And then look, when I achieve stuff, I go and see her and says, "You see, I did it. This is me." And you know so what? Good. Sometimes we can do these things because we are different, because of our differences.
Yes.
Our differences bring solutions to problems that perhaps other people cannot see those doors out because they don't have our experience. So so whatever you feel that is obstaculizing you, just think the way that you think, the way that you have been learning who you are, bring a secret key to that door, and it can open that door. If this is not that door, you create another door.
I think right now I'm going to claim you as a Nigerian because the spirit that's inside of you is international.
Well, thank you.
We're going to claim you completely. But no, I just really want to thank you for your time. I know you're very busy and you've taken time out of that busy schedule to come and talk to us on Academic Research Logs today. So thank you so much for sharing your experience with us, and we'll be looking forward to maybe one day having you come back again just to share on other ideas and other topics that might be of interest.
Oh, thank you, Tommy, for inviting me and for make me part of Nigeria.
We're gonna have to find a Nigerian name for you, by the way.
Yeah, well, you baptized me. I get it.
No, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming. All right. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you again. Bye.